call him. I rock the show in Nevada, Nevada, wherever you call it. Just I got big roll. Ain't saying you get your head on. I ride with a gun and a cap on. He don't pray to God, so his life gone. Pick up that pussy like Teflon. I don't go back, I don't rewind. Here goes some issues on issues. Make sure the job done. I want my money grow up like it's a newborn. I been getting fly fuck, man, I feel like I'm airborne. Told my little partner book me this show cause he broke. I told him to cap on it. Niggas ain't big dog, yeah, I don't push a button, just know that I tap on it. I don't just sit in bed, just counting up bank, I put my face on it. Now you know this your final warning. Here to get up out of there when the sun comes. Need a big play on the cat cause the boy home. Need over shelter, these boys, they soldiers. Hop out that lamb truck, smoking Scotty. I catch you by the stage, you know that you bought it. The size of bad buzz, the size of a brag. Think I'm James Harden cause I ride with that rack. 30 pack of that X, man, you know it's a party. My partner scratch your throat like lunges and permanent loyalty within the crew, so we rock. She eat on that Miley, tongue white like he college. Hey, I been feeling so strange. They got my little dog in the cage. He said my music helping him escape. And deep down inside he feeling rage. That's surrounded my bed with a space. How about the rule and she said she loves space. Got 250 things on me, I ain't talking bangs. I'm thankful for everything I got away.
Conquered everything I wanted in the shit. APs for the love bitches. Money on money on money on money on money on money. I'm two-step. Part of my crew, I'm bigger than Jesus.
Please report to the dance floor. Z-O-I-D-S, Freakazoid. Z-O-I-D-S, Z-O-I-D-S, David. Your every wish is my command.
like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep from going under.
Broken glass everywhere. People on the stage, you know they just don't care. I can't take the smell, can't take the noise. Got no money to move out, I guess I got no choice. Rats in the front room, roaches in the back, junkies in the alley with the baseball bat. I tried to get away, but I couldn't get far, cause a man with a tow truck repossessed my car. Don't push me, cause I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. It's like a jungle sometimes, it makes me wonder how I keep from going under. Standing on the front stoop, hanging out the window, watching all the cars go by, roaring as the breezes blow. A crazy lady living in a bag, eating out of garbage pails, used to be a fag hag, such a dance to tango, skip the life and tango. A zircon princess seemed to lost her senses, down at the peep show, watching all the creeps, so she could tell her stories to the girls back home. She went to the city and got so did it. She had to get a pimp, she couldn't make it on her own. Don't push me, cause I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. It's like a jungle sometimes, it makes me wonder how I keep from going under. It's like a jungle sometimes, it makes me wonder how I keep from going under.
My brother's doing bad, stole my mother's TV. Says she watches too much, it's just not healthy. All my children in the daytime, Dallas at night. Can't even see the game or the collectors that ring my phone and scare my wife when I'm not home. Got a bum education, double-digit inflation. Can't take the train to the job, there's a strike at the station. Neon King Kong standing on my back, can't stop to turn around. Broke my sacroiliac, a mid-range migraine, cancer membrane. Sometimes I think I'm going insane, I swear I might hijack a plane. Don't push me, call, I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. It's like a jungle sometimes, it makes me wonder how I keep from going under. It's like a jungle sometimes, it makes me wonder how I keep from going under. My son said, Daddy, I don't want to go to school, cause the teacher's a jerk, he must think I'm a fool. And all the kids smoke reefer, I think it'd be cheaper if I just got a job, learn to be a street sweeper. I dance to the beat, shuffle my feet, wear a shirt and tie, and run with the creeps. Cause it's all about money, ain't a damn thing funny. You got to have a con in this land of milk and honey. They pushed that girl in front of the train, took her to the doctor, sewed her arm on the game. Stabbed that man right in his heart, gave him a transplant for a brand new start. I can't walk through the park cause it's crazy after dark. Keep my hand on my gun cause they got me on the run. I feel like an outlaw, broke my last glass jaw. Hear them say, you want some more? Living on a seesaw. Don't push me, cause I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. You say what? It's like a jungle sometimes, it makes me wonder how I keep from going under. It's like a jungle sometimes, it makes me wonder how I keep from going under.
A child is born with no state of mind, blind to the ways of mankind. God is smiling on you, but he's frowning too, because only God knows what you'll go through. You'll grow in the ghetto, living second rate, and your eyes will sing a song of deep hate. The places you play and where you stay looks like one great big alleyway. You'll admire all the number book takers, thugs, pimps, and pushers, and the big money makers, driving big cars, spending 20s and 10s, and you wanna grow up to be just like them. Smugglers, scramblers, burglars, gamblers, pickpocket peddlers, even panhandlers. You say I'm cool, I'm no fool, but then you wind up dropping out of high school. Now you're unemployed, all non-void, walking around like your pretty boy Floyd. Turned stick-up kid, but look what you done did. Got sent up for an 8-year bid. Now your manhood is took and you're a make tag. Spend the next 2 years as an undercover fag, being used and abused to serve like hell. Till one day you was found hung dead in a cell. It was plain to see that your life was lost. You was cold and your body swung back and forth. But now your eyes sing the sad, sad song of how you live so fast and die so.
Stop mistreating Uncle Lou!
Cause I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. It's like a jungle sometimes, it makes me wonder how I keep from going under. It's like a jungle sometimes, it makes me wonder how I keep from going under.
Yo, Mel, you see that girl, man?
Yeah, man.
Yo, that sound like Cowboy, man.
Cool.
Yo, what's up, money?
Yo.
Hey, where's Creole and Raheem, man?
Lay upstairs cooling out.
So what's up for the night, y'all?
Yo, we can go down to the fever, man.
Check out Junebug, man. Hey, yo, you know that girl Betty? Yeah, man. My mom's got robbed, man.
What?
Yeah,
got hurt bad.
Hey, yo, man, remember that shit Easy did a while back? Motherfucker said wasn't gonna work.
Boy, that was crazy shit.
Yeah, the stupid shit, man.
Dope.
Hey, yo, Easy.
Suckers.
Hey, man, we should come off the piano for a minute, man, and bust this crazy shit.
Woke up quick at about noon, just thought that I had to be in Compton soon. I gotta get drunk before the day begins, before my mother starts bitching about my friends. About to go and damn near went blind. Young niggas at the pad throwing up gang signs. Ran in the house and grabbed my clip with the Mac 10 on the side of my hip. Bailed outside and pointed my weapon. Just as I thought, the fools kept stepping. Jumped in the foe, hit the juice on my ride. I got front and back and side to side. Then I let the Alpine play. Bumping new shit by NWA. It was gangster at the top of the list. Then I played my old shit. It went something like this. Cruising down the street in my 6'4", jocking the bitches, slapping the hoes. Went to the park to get the scoop. Knuckleheads out there, cold shooting some hoops. A car pulls up, who can it be? A fresh El Camino rolling Kilo G. He rolled down his window and he started to say, it's all about making that GTA. Cause the boys in the hood are always hard. You come talking that trash, we'll pull your car. Knowing nothing in life but to be legit. Don't quote me, boy, cause I ain't said shit.
Get the fuck out. Motherfucker say what?
Donald B's in the place to give me the pace. He say my man JD is on free base. The boy JD was a friend of mine till I caught him in my car trying to steal an Alpine. Chase him up the street to call a truce. The silly motherfucker pulls out a deuce. Little did he know I had a loaded 12 gauge. One sucker dead, LA Times front page. Cause the boys in the hood are always hard. You come talking that trash, we'll pull your car. Knowing nothing in life but to be legit. Don't quote me, boy, cause I ain't said shit. Hell and I wanna get ill, so I went to a spot where my homeboys chill. The fellas out there making that dollar. I pulled up in my 6'4" Impala. They greet me with a 40 and I start drinking. And from the 8-ball my breath starts stinking. Left to get my girl to rock that body. Before I left I hit the Bacardi. Went to her house to get her out of the pad. Dumb hoe said something that made me mad. She said something that I couldn't believe, so I grabbed a stupid bitch by a nappy ass weave. Started talking shit, wouldn't you know? Reached back like a pimp, slapped the hoe. My father jumped up and he started to shout, so I threw it right across and knocked his old ass out. Cause the boys in the hood are always hard. You come talking that trash, we'll pull your car. Knowing nothing in life but to be legit. Don't quote me, boy, cause I ain't said shit. Then wrapped the 6'4" around a telephone pole. I looked at my car and I said, oh brother, I throw it in the gutter and go buy another. Walking home and I see the G ride. Now Cat is driving, Kilo on the side. As they busted a U, they got pulled over. An undercover cop in a dark green Nova. Cat got beat for resisting arrest. He socked a pig in the head for ripping his guest. Now G is caught for doing the crime. Fourth offense on the boy, he'll do some time. Cause the boys in the hood are always hard. You come talking that trash, we'll pull your cart. Knowing nothing in life but to be legit. Don't quote me, boy, cause I ain't said shit.
Yeah, good morning in that, though. But it's Uncle Lou here, though. That's right, it's me, Uncle Lou. Live for you on LouTube today. Thanks for watching Uncle Lou After Dark, the college football call-in show. Appreciate you guys tuning in, and girls tuning in this evening. We're going to get straight to the phone calls here in just a few minutes. Let's see. The bet is here. Neo. Kevin Cook is here, too. Pizza Woman. Nate the Great. What? No, Nate the Hopeful. Changed his name on me again. Beggin' Megan. Melon Matt. Danny Boy. K5. Totally Not Depressed. Is here as he can be. I guess physically he's here. Mentally, we're not so sure. Ayatollah of Sand. Morning, sir. Lizard Circus. What's up, buddy? D4 Sports. The odds-on favorite to win the Slob Olympics is here, gracing us with his presence. Thank you, sir. Lenny the Gump, Matt K, Matty Sims, Mike 3883. Pizza Woman again is here still. Terry, good morning. What do y'all think about these odds? What we did is I sat down and made a list, and Pete sat down and made a list. I didn't know his list. He didn't know mine. And then we averaged our two lists together, and this is what we came up with. So I picked myself at 4th, but Pete had me a little higher, which put me 3rd in the odds. I would not bet on me at plus 600. Those odds aren't good enough. Needs to be plus 800 or plus 1,000 range to bet on me. So don't. If you bet on me and lose, that's on you. I don't think I should be 3rd. But that's the odds we came up with. Let me know what you think. What's the phone number to this shit show? Oh, 706-786-4481. 706-786-4481. Let me see if it's disconnected yet. No, it hasn't, which is a minor miracle. We have some super chats before the show even starts today. I love you guys. These super chats, you guys, the thumbs up, sharing these videos, you guys, the support y'all give me on this channel never ceases to amaze me. I don't know how. I don't know how I managed to get where I'm at, but I sure am thankful to have all you guys and girls here watching. Ben Easterling, thank you for hitting the super chat. You have more than outdone yourself already today, sir. He says, Lou, can you email me some information on your Mustang? I'm working on a gift of sorts. Trim package, year, etc. A picture, no plate or VIN needed would help. Yeah, I'll do that. Will you do me a favor, Ben? I know you've emailed me before, but I get a million emails. It's hard for me to search through my email to find one. Will you just, if you'll just send me an email with the, word Mustang or something in the subject line, I'll send you whatever you need. It's a 2015 Mustang GT Premium. That's the trim package. What else? But I'll send you a picture or whatever you need. Bama Banker, thank you for the super chat. He says, my man, I didn't think you saw my suggestion. I don't see everything, but I see almost everything. You know, I'll start playing these songs before the show. And some of these songs I haven't heard in years, and they just come up in the, you type a certain, you know how YouTube works. You type a certain song in, and it gives you other songs maybe similar to that or whatever. Sometimes when I get to playing these songs before the show starts, I feel like I could just sit here and keep playing songs for the entire hour. Because every song I hear reminds me of another song. And then that song reminds me of another song. We'll probably have to play some more songs at the end of the show. How about that? Ben Easterling again, thank you, sir. He says, the After Dark music tonight has me cheesing and head bobbing. Yeah, you can't help it. You hear some of those old songs. I know y'all are probably the same way. I come across some of these songs I'm playing. You probably hadn't heard them since you were at the skating rink 30 years ago either. That's the last time I heard some of those songs, you know? Dylan Deloney, thank you for hitting the super chat tonight, sir. Edward had an amazing performance on the Lunch Money Show last night. Dylan says, Barner's expectations almost as bad as UT fans. Almost. You know, I've been a little bit surprised. The Barners have not been really loud this offseason. And a lot of times when you change coaches, because changing coaches is a reason for optimism, because usually when you change coaches, it's because your last coach was no good. Now, that's not really the case with Malzahn. I would put Malzahn maybe a level below Mark Richt. You know, there was a lot of controversy when Georgia fired Mark Richt. Mark Richt wasn't a terrible coach. The guy averaged 10 wins a year in the SEC for 16 years. How many? I mean, not very many people have done that. And, I mean, Georgia won 10 games the year he was fired. Gus was that way, too. Gus had some good years at Auburn. He took them to a national title. He won an SEC title. He played for a second SEC title. He's beat Alabama more than any other coach alive, or Nick Saban anyway. But too inconsistent. That was the downfall. Too inconsistent for Malzahn, and the contract they gave him 3 seasons ago after they lost in the Peach Bowl to Central Florida, that more than anything is what did Gus Malzahn in. You give a guy $50 million for 7 years, $7 million a year. You give a guy that kind of money, expectations go up. And unfortunately, 18 and 19 and 20 weren't very good years for the Barn, at least not $7 million worthy. And they got rid of him. But I haven't heard a lot from the Barners this offseason. Ben Easterling says, you the man. No, Mr. Easterling. I'm going to steal a line from Bad Dog here. How can I be the man when you're the man? Bad Dog says that all the time. Shout out to Bad Dog. And Bama Banker. Man, I don't know. I don't know what I did to deserve you two, but I don't know what to say other than thank you. That's listen. Somebody watches this thing that I do here on YouTube and gives me $2. It amazes me. The fact that you got the generosity again that everyone shows, and I'm not just talking about the super chats. The super chats are obvious. Everyone sees them when you do it, and clearly. Yeah, I mean, this is how I feed my family, so I clearly appreciate the super chats. But it's not just the super chats. Just you guys being here. I swear, I have the best comment section. There are plenty of people with better channels than me. Even college football people. Plenty of college football YouTubers that are smarter than me, know more about football than me, whatever. There ain't a better comment section. Philip Phillips, thank you for the super chat, sir. He says, what's your hot take on Auburn now that they fired Gus Malzahn? I don't see them being any better. Probably 7-5 at best, in my opinion. It's an interesting situation. They've got a experienced quarterback. He hasn't been great, but at least you're not guessing who the quarterback's going to be. I think it's going to be a tough season for him. The coach is taking a huge step up in competition from anything he's ever seen before. I know he did okay at Boise State, but everybody's done okay at Boise State for the last 15, 20 years, including this guy. He didn't do anything no one else has done recently at Boise State. This is going to be a huge step up in competition for him, and I think Auburn's lacking at some key areas. Both lines of scrimmage are a little worrisome to me if I'm an Auburn fan, and a lot of times when a new coach comes in, it takes a year or so to instill a new system. I haven't looked at Auburn's record, so I don't know about the 7-5 thing. But they seem like the bottom half of the SEC West this year to me. I think Alabama's better, Texas A&M is better, LSU is better. I wouldn't be surprised if Ole Miss was better, and the Auburn-Arkansas game I think will be an interesting one this year too. I think Arkansas really can only go up from where they were a couple of years ago. They were impressive at times last year, so Auburn and Arkansas could be two teams headed in different directions right now. The damn phone thing disconnected. If you're on hold, I don't know if you. I hope you didn't get disconnected.
Thank you for calling.
It disconnected me though, so I got to log.
Enter
back
your
in.
6-digit PIN.
There you go.
Welcome, host. You are now in the host room and can manage your callers from the call-in studio web interface.
All right. I hope that didn't disconnect you guys that were already on hold, but something tells me it probably did. Let's find out. Yeah, good morning. You're on with Uncle Lou. You there?
Hey, what's up, Lou? It's Mike Vick. Yeah,
oh, yeah.
It's Mike
Vick.
Vick.
Yeah. Mike Vick, what's up, buddy? I was hoping it didn't disconnect y'all. Anyway, what's going on, buddy?
Nope, I'm still here.
Well, that's great news.
Well, first of all, we want to start out I'm asking you if you're still interested in doing that conspiracy theory segment that we had talked about.
Mike Vick, I don't know if I've ever been more interested in anything in my entire life. I have been patiently awaiting your response. I asked you a couple of weeks ago, and much to my chagrin, you didn't jump at the opportunity. But yes, I still want that.
Yeah. So, yeah, I want to do it.
Now, what show do you think works better for you, Mike Vick? The morning show or the lunch money show? I'll let you choose. Or is there a day that works better?
Show.
The morning show would work better for you? Okay. Well,
morning show. Yeah.
What does it? A particular day?
Yes, maybe we could do it on either Tuesday or Thursday, because I know you don't have any.
Oh, that's great.
On that day.
Yeah, that works out good.
Monday you've got Scott with fake news and just the traffic report, and Friday you got Ballard with the real news. So maybe we do it. Maybe how about Thursdays?
Yeah, that's great. And I don't know. I don't know how many conspiracies you are into or whatever, so we can do this every Thursday if you want to. I'll leave it up to you. We can do it every Thursday, we can do it every other Thursday, or we can just do it when you have a particular conspiracy you want to talk about. You just email me whenever, a couple days before, say, hey, I got a conspiracy I want to talk about, and we'll have you on. You just let me know a day or so ahead of time, and yeah, that would be great. That would be amazing. Aren't y'all excited for a Mike Vick conspiracy segment on the morning show? I mean, that would be amazing. What was the conspiracy you called in with the other week that got me thinking about this?
It was about the moon, and how the moon is just a projection.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you called me. Yeah. You called in and asked me if I thought the moon was real.
Yeah, well, it was someone in the comments. My mom asked me if I thought the moon landing was real, and I asked if you even believe in the moon.
Right. See, I'd never heard that before. This is why I'm excited about it. I had never heard the conspiracy theory that the moon wasn't even real. Now, I know about the conspiracy that we didn't land there, and it was filmed in a TV studio or whatever, but apparently we didn't land on Mars the other day either. Well, that was filmed somewhere in New Mexico.
Well, we haven't landed on Mars. Well, humans.
Well, yeah. Well, I know that, but apparently we landed a Jeep on there or something.
Yeah.
And a helicopter too. What do you think about that? Anyway, so
that's cool.
That's exciting news, Mike Vick. I'm excited that you want to do that.
Yeah, we can call it Luanon.
Yes, that's perfect. That's perfect. Yeah, Luanon with Uncle Lou and Michael Vick coming to the morning show on Thursdays for you. Yeah, that's great. Now, Mike Vick, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Did you get a chance to see your odds here?
Yeah, I did. I'm at plus 2,200.
Yeah, what do you think about that? What do you think about
with BVD.
Yeah, what do you think about that?
Yeah, I guess that sounds fair. I guess I would like to be a little higher, but
I think you could finish higher. I mean, let's be honest. You could finish higher than that, couldn't you?
Yep.
Now, who's higher on this list that you can beat? Can you beat BVD?
Yeah, I think I can beat BVD.
Can you beat Celine Driver?
Probably, yeah.
Can you beat ACP Carter?
No, probably not. No.
Okay. So you're saying a couple spots higher. That's good. That's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
What else is on your mind this evening, VicTube?
Nothing. That's it.
When are you coming into Atlanta? Saturday or Friday?
Saturday.
That's right. I think I asked you that already. Now, you're going to be able to be there by 11, I hope.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. All right. I'm coming up Friday, so I'll be there Friday. But I'm telling everybody, make sure they're there by 11 at the latest. We got opening ceremonies and weigh-ins promptly at 11.
Okay. Right.
Yeah. We need all participants there. And I think I think we're gonna let you. I think we're gonna let you run the final leg of the torch relay. You know, the Olympics have a torch.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have one too. I think we're gonna let you
Yeah,
have the honor of running the final leg.
Cool.
Yeah. Torch. It's not a typical torch like with a fire on it. It's a cheeseburger on a stick.
Oh, okay.
It's just like a coat hanger with a cheeseburger on the end of it.
Yeah.
And we're going to let you run the final leg with the torch there. I think for opening ceremonies would be great. It's quite an honor.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah, that's quite an honor.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, an honor. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you're like
someone
listen.
made.
The last time, do you know who the last person was to run the final leg of a torch relay in Atlanta?
No.
Muhammad Ali, sir. The 1996 regular Olympics.
Okay.
Yeah. Now here we are. How many years later? I don't know. 2006, 2016, 26, 25 years. On the 25th anniversary of Muhammad Ali running the final leg of the torch relay for the 96 Olympics, none other than VicTube Productions will be running the final leg of the Slob Olympics cheeseburger on a stick relay. That's an honor.
Yeah, it's an honor. Yeah. Yep, an honor. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, VicTube. Appreciate you calling in tonight, sir. I'm excited about our conspiracy show. What'd you say the name of it was? Oh, Lewanon. Yes.
Yeah, someone made an account called Lewanon.
They already made one. Since you just now said Lewanon?
Yeah.
Boy, see, this is what I mean. The best comment section on earth. They don't waste any time. These trolls come prepared. Do they not?
Yeah, they do.
Yep. They got 100 accounts. All they got to do is go change the name on it, and they're good to go. I love these people.
Right.
I love you too, Mike Vick. Thank you for calling in, sir. All right. We'll talk to you soon, VicTube. There's VicTube checking in there. Let's see who's next. Yeah, good morning, but you're on with Uncle Lou, though.
Good morning, Uncle Lou. This is Edward calling, and how you doing on this awesome Tuesday night?
Edward, I'm doing great. How are you doing, sir? I always have to turn it down.
Doing great, man.
Yeah. Good.
Oh, good. I agree. That was a pretty good performance. I think it could have been better, though. Could have been better. But, hey, can't bang them all out, but, you know.
I got your list, Edward. Edward, I got your list. Yes. And I am very excited. I forwarded your list to Pete, and he's excited as well.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, anyway, I was going to ask you on the worst of the worst playoffs that you do on the Xbox on Thursday night.
Yes.
I was going to ask, what's your prediction on, I know you like to make fun of Syracuse, call Syracuse the fruit. What's your prediction on the fruit versus Vandy? Who you predict gets worse of the worst?
I think Vandy will be crowned the worst of the worst. I think they will lose to the fruit.
Oh, I like that.
I think they will lose to, wait a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, lose to the fruit. Yeah, that's right. Syracuse and Vandy, because Kansas beat Syracuse. Yeah. So, yeah, I think Vandy will lose to the fruit, therefore being crowned the 2020 LouTube worst of the worst champion. Yes, that's my final answer.
I tend to agree on that one. I think Vandy will become worse of the worst.
Yeah. Now, I've been wrong. I was wrong in both first-round games. I was wrong in both first-round games.
Yeah, I actually watched I finally watched the first two playoff ones on the worst of the worst. I saw Kansas play against Syracuse. Saw Kansas beat them, and then I saw what was the next match?
Arizona and Vandy.
Yeah, man, I can't believe that comeback on Arizona, man.
The greatest ending in the worst of the worst playoffs history here on LouTube. It was just an amazing, unbelievable ending.
I thought that was insane.
Yeah.
Arizona coming back like that, I was like, man, that's insane.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, I got some ideas from other teams for the when you do the disappointing playoffs. I was thinking maybe having Miami, Florida, maybe BYU with LSU or UAB. Yeah.
Well, it can't be UAB. It's Power 5 teams only.
Okay. Well, how about BYU?
Well, BYU would qualify, but do you think they were disappointing in 2020?
Well, let's see. They did get blackballed from the playoffs, so don't know if that would consider be disappointing.
In my mind, anytime BYU goes 500 or better, that's exceeding expectations because I never have any expectations for them at all. So I don't know if they were a disappointing team last year.
Yeah.
They were ranked in the top 15 for a lot of the year, and I think they only finished with 2 losses. So
I would say, but Miami would probably be one of the disappointing ones.
Miami is a perpetual disappointment, as is Texas, Florida State. Penn State was very disappointing last year. Nebraska. You know who disappointed me, even though they won the Pac-12 title game, was Oregon. Oregon was disappointing to me last year. Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking this. Let's go. Oregon. We got LSU. How about Oregon? Let's throw Penn State in there.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, and then we could throw in Miami.
That sounds like a pretty good 4 right there. We'll see. We'll leave it up to the comment section. We'll determine the final 4 on Thursday night before we do the stream.
All right.
And we'll narrow it down.
I'm totally cool with that.
Yeah,
those
are some good nominees.
I'm going to go with Vandy being worse than worse.
Makes sense to me. Thank you for the call, Edward. Good to hear from you, sir. Thank you for taking the time. We got some more super chats, and then I'll get right back to the phones here. Slim Shady. Let's see what Slim Shady's odds are. What is Slim Shady's odds here in the Slob Olympics? Plus 1,000, the 5th best odds on the board, tied with Big Dog Brett. Not bad. He says, fun fact of the day. 8 out of 10 Alabama fans can't spell Tuscaloosa. That's a fact. I'm not sure you'll get much argument there. Miami versus Alabama, week 1. Let the trash talk begin. Mountaineer Mike, thank you, sir, for the super chat. He says, give Edward a shout out. Love how he talks about Pitt. We'll have to get Edward to trash talk Pitt one day for you, won't we? I have a feeling he might think they're garbage. Slim Shady, thank you again, sir. He says, if you have more A's on your truck than on your report card, you might be an Alabama fan. Most Alabama fans are sitting around going, what's a report card? Most of them didn't make it very far in school. Ben Easterling again. What are you doing? How do I make it say $100, 100 full dollars, big banks? I know you didn't pay $99.99 to ask him that question, but I'll give you the answer. Anybody on here who gives a super chat and it ends in 99 cents, they sent that super chat with an iPhone. If it doesn't end in 99 cents, they sent it another way. PC, Android phone, whatever. All this 99 cents you see on here, so Ben Easterling has an iPhone. Felix Phillips, did I skip you earlier? No, I'm sorry. You're Auburn. Felix Phillips. Say that a bunch of times fast. iPhone confirmed. And Ben Easterling, iPhone confirmed. That's how you know. That is how you know. Good morning, you're on with Uncle Lou.
Hey, Lou, it's Nate, hopeful Wolverine fan. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. How are you doing, though?
Pretty good. I just got back from bowling, and I got like 148.
Bowling?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, actually, bowling practice, though.
You said you got a 148?
Yeah.
Now, was this bowling for fun, or are you in one of these leagues?
Oh, well, actually, this is just for Special Olympics practice, so just for practice.
Every time I've ever been bowling, it was for practice.
Yeah.
Nate.
What was your highest score actually?
Well, Nate, I'll be honest with you. The high school that I went to had a bowling alley. Had a bowling alley practically next door. And when you were a senior, at that high school, as long as you were had all your classes taken or whatever, you could take bowling as a class. And so Uncle Lou became pretty good at bowling, sir. I went bowling every morning for a year. Now, how good I would be now, I don't know. But I used to get up. I never bowled a 300. I was no expert bowler, but I would get up into the 200s.
Yeah.
You know, pretty regular.
Do you like bowling balls with a hook or just have power?
I spin the ball.
So, hook. Okay.
Yeah. Now, Nate, do you have any 10-pound balls?
Actually, I have like a 13 and 14-pound ball. I have two actually.
How do you walk?
I have strong arms.
Oh, we're talking about bowling still?
Yeah.
I got you. I thought you were saying you had 13-pound balls.
Oh. No. Well, I wish. Jeez,
you wish you had 13-pound balls? Nate, imagine how uncomfortable that would be.
If I think about it, dang, that would be painful.
I mean, you can forget riding a bicycle.
But yeah. Or get punched in the balls. But anyway, Lou, I sorry if I talked about bowling earlier, but so is it okay I can still talk about bowling, or is that not allowed?
Still talk about what?
Bowling.
Bowling, Nate, you called in, talk about whatever you want. You want to talk about bowling? Let's talk about bowling.
Okay. So usually on Tuesdays I have like I already said it, but I have the Special Olympics bowling on Tuesdays at 6:30 p.m. Central Time, so it'll be like 7:30 at your time. And I have Thursday bowling league. Me and my family go bowling as a group, like as a team. And right now in our standings, I think we're like third in our standings in our league.
Well, now
good.
Third could be good or it could be terrible. I don't know. Are there how many? I mean,
yeah.
If there's only 3 people, then third is pretty bad. How many people are in this league?
Well, actually, no. Me, my mom, my dad, and me. Me, my mom, and dad, and plus there's a sub, which is my best friend Matt. He bowls with us if we don't have if my brother doesn't go.
Nate, that's 4 people.
He usually has hockey. Yeah, it's 4 people bowling league.
Yeah.
Probably.
So third ain't that good, is it?
I think it is, but I don't know.
Third out of 4 people?
No. Oh, you mean teams?
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm trying to figure out. You said it. You said you came in third, and that's pretty good. I don't know if it's pretty good or not.
Okay.
It's pretty good if there's 20 teams. That's not very good if there's 3 teams.
I'll explain it. Sorry. So there's 8 teams.
8.
Total.
Okay, great.
And
That's all I was getting. That's all I was wondering. Yeah, 8. So okay, so I'll agree. Third is pretty good.
Yeah, and plus it's sad because my mom actually beats my score.
You lost to your mom, you said?
Yep.
Ooh.
She likes bowls like 245. I usually bowl like 225. That's sad.
Wow.
But anyway, plus my mom has she's second in handicap points, if you know that, do you know in handicap points, it's like when there's leagues and they have handicap, whatever it is, but yeah, I actually am really good with hooking the ball, and plus my one ball is called nuclear cell, which is still a name for a ball, one ball.
So Nate, are you telling me that are you telling me that you're one of these weirdos that has your own balls and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You have your own
but
shoes.
I usually sometimes.
Do you have one of those washcloths that you wipe the ball off with?
Sure. Yes.
You do?
Yeah. Well, yes. I borrowed my dad's, but they're old though. Yeah.
I love going to the bowling alley and seeing
like,
the people who bring their luggage in full of balls and shoes and washcloths.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm tall, so my feet, while I drag my bowling bag, my feet sometimes accidentally tip the bag over like sideways, so I have like 14-inch feet, by the way.
What? Whoa. What'd you say?
What? 14 size feet.
Oh.
Sorry,
okay, gotcha.
I got math.
I understand. No, I understand. I thought you said 14-inch something else.
Yeah, I get confused, but yeah, I'm sorry that it took so long time, but and plus is it okay I can give a suggestion for the next city for South Olympics, if that's okay?
You can give a suggestion as long as it doesn't hurt your feelings if we don't end up picking that, because it's not just up to me. It's
I know.
Everyone decides. So you're welcome to give a suggestion. It's just I have no idea where the 2022 Slob Olympics will be, but you're welcome to give a suggestion.
Okay.
What's the suggestion? What's your suggestion?
Mobile, Alabama.
Mobile, Alabama.
Yeah.
Now, how far away is that from Greenbow?
Greenville?
Greenbow.
Oh, me?
Greenbow.
I don't know.
I don't know either. That's not a bad suggestion. Mobile, Birmingham, something like that. That's not a bad suggestion.
Mobile is like on. Mobile is on the beach too.
Is it on the beach? Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, okay. Yeah, that's right. It is Mobile Bay. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I've only been there once.
All right, Lou. All
right, Nate. Thanks for calling in, buddy. It was good to hear from you.
Yep.
Good luck with your bowling and your balls. Thank you for taking the time to call in this evening. Let's see what we have here, though, too. Bacon and Jet. Thank you for the super chat. I bet the Voltards can't spell losers for 14 years. Is it up to 14? That's the number of years they've lost in a row to Alabama. Is that what it's up? Is that what it's up to now? My God. So when was the last time Tennessee beat the Gump? 06? Because they haven't beat Saban, and he got there in 07. So did they beat the Gump in 06? Did Tennessee beat the Gump in 06? I guess they did. And they haven't beat them since then? Alarming. I wonder, do Tennessee fans want Nick Saban to stay at Alabama long enough for Tennessee to have a chance to beat them? Or do they just want Nick Saban gone? I wonder. Because you'll never hear the end of it. You never beat Nick Saban. You never beat him. You know how Tennessee fans, you ever heard the Tennessee man tell the Alabama man? The Tennessee man loves to tell this to the Alabama man. You never beat General Neyland. Bear Bryant never beat General Neyland. Never mind the fact that Bear Bryant wasn't the coach at Alabama while General Neyland was the coach at Tennessee. Never mind that. But that's what the Tennessee man has reduced himself to. Bear Bryant never beat General Neyland. That's like saying Bear Bryant never beat Kirby Smart. Yeah, Bear Bryant was good, but he never beat Kirby. Shout out to the Voltard, though. Bama Banker, thank you again, sir. He says, fun fact. Uh-oh, here we go. Fun fact, 8 out of 10 Miami fans. Hell, who am I kidding? There aren't 8 Miami fans. I'm going to have to disagree with you because there's about 85 Miami YouTubers. I don't know why, but there are. I think if you're a Miami fan, you have to be a YouTuber, except for Slim Shady. Slim's kind of a YouTuber, though. He shows up on a lot of these shows, a lot of these live shows. He's been a guest on all these shows. Slim Shady, thank you again, sir. He says, why do the University of Alabama football players use body heat activated deodorant? Because it's the closest they will come to getting a degree. Ben Easterling, thank you again, sir, for the what is that? Is that super sticker? Is that what those are? Now this appears to be some kind of a what is that? It's something flying with a cape on, but what is that? It looks like a blue peanut. Not sure what that is. I don't know what that is. It's kind of disturbing. Kevin Cook. I was wondering if we would get a Kingpin reference. He says, Kingpin, best bowling movie. I milked your cow. Kingpin is a great movie. A great movie. A lot of people in here has probably not seen that movie. When did that come out, Kevin? In the 90s? Had to be the 90s, didn't it? You guys ever sitting around looking for something to watch that maybe you haven't seen? Check Kingpin out if you can find it. Great movie. And you're right. By far, I can't think of another bowling movie. Let me ask you this, Kevin. Let me ask you. Because you're a movie nut. So let me ask you this. This is kind of along the lines of, is Die Hard a Christmas movie? Which it's not. But let's not get into that. We'll argue about that again in December like we do every December. But let me ask you this, Kevin. You say Kingpin is the best bowling movie. I agree. But what about, what's the movie with the dude in it? And he gets mad because they steal his rug. What's that movie? Is that a bowling movie? I don't think it's a bowling movie, but there's bowling in it. So I guess the same people that think Die Hard is a Christmas movie must think that's a bowling movie. And I do think that's a better movie than Kingpin. What is the name of that movie with the dude in it? The Big Lebowski. Thank you, Slim. Is that a bowling movie? And Kevin, is The Big Lebowski better than Kingpin? I think The Big Lebowski is better than Kingpin. But I don't think The Big Lebowski is a bowling movie, just like I don't think Die Hard is a Christmas movie. This show is completely off the tracks now. Thank you. Bama Banker. I was going to make another joke about Miami, but Nevin Shapiro paid me not to. You know, as much trouble as Miami has gotten in over the years, I think they got extremely lucky with that Nevin Shapiro thing. When that was going on, I really thought they might shut Miami's program down. I really thought they might get the death penalty. Now, we're 10 years down the road, and I don't think anyone's ever getting the death penalty again, no matter what. But it was a question, at least in my mind, 10, 15 years ago, whenever this was, the Nevin Shapiro thing was going on. I thought they might just shut that whole program down. And it ended up, of course, that wasn't the case. But I think, it's not that they got off scot-free, just the impending danger that loomed over Miami for what seemed like forever while they investigated that Nevin Shapiro thing. That alone hurt Miami, but I feel like Miami got off pretty easy considering some of the stories that were out there with the Nevin Shapiro thing. Slim Shady says Alabama was going to pay more players, but they gave it all to Albert Means. Ben Easterling says, don't give a damn about the whole state of Bama. Nobody gives a shit about the state of Alabama. Even people that live in Alabama don't give a shit about the state of Alabama. If you don't believe me, just go there and look around. It's obvious they don't care about it because they don't make any effort to clean it up or make it look attractive or nice. Bama Banker says, did you watch the movie about Miami football in the 1980s? It's called Con Air. That's a good movie. Sean Connery and Nicolas Cage. Is that who's in that? Con Air? Is that right? Or am I thinking of The Rock? Not The Rock, the actor. The movie called The Rock. Sean Connery was in that too. Both those movies are good. Ben Easterling says it is a Christmas movie. What, you talking about Die Hard? I feel bad arguing with you because you've been very generous tonight. But Die Hard, a Christmas movie? No. It's an action movie that takes place during December. That's all. If a movie takes place during February, is it a Valentine's movie? No. A movie takes place in the summer, is it a 4th of July movie? No. Stephen Smith, Big 12 fan. Thank you for the super chat, sir. Good to see you in here. Says, Uncle Lou, do you have a second favorite team that you like after Georgia? My second favorite team is Wisconsin. No. Now, I do have different players every year that I like watching, and they are on a variety of teams. Speaking of Wisconsin, I loved Jonathan Taylor. I just loved watching him play football, so I watched a lot of Wisconsin while Jonathan Taylor was there. I liked Jerry Jeudy. I mean, I watch a lot of Alabama anyway because I'm an SEC guy, but I like, so no, I don't really have a second team like, okay, no matter what, I'm going to follow this team this year. Rondale Moore at Purdue. I watched more Purdue games last year and then in 3 seasons ago now because he didn't play 2 seasons ago just to watch Rondale Moore play because I love Rondale Moore. So I get attached to players like that, but I don't have like one particular team. Like every year, this is the team that I make sure I watch after Georgia. I don't really have a team like that. Jared Addison, thank you for the super chat. He says, "Isn't Kingpin the only bowling movie?" Yeah, it's the only bowling movie I can think of because I don't think The Big Lebowski is a bowling movie. If it is, then that means Die Hard's a Christmas movie, and I don't think Die Hard's a Christmas movie. So The Big Lebowski, not a bowling movie. The Big Lebowski is a movie about nothing that happens to have a couple of scenes filmed within a bowling alley. Thank you again for the super chat, sir. He says, if Die Hard is a Christmas movie, then Gremlins is a Christmas movie. Yeah, and there's people that will argue that point with you, too. They will try to tell you Gremlins is a Christmas movie, too. I don't understand. Makes a little no sense to me. What do I know? Good morning. You're on with Uncle Lou.
Good morning, Lou. It's Ballard. How you doing?
Oh, Ballard Sports Media?
Yeah.
Oh,
hey,
good.
why are we debating this? Yeah, good morning.
Yeah,
Listen,
good morning.
Why are we talking about Christmas movies in February? Who cares? Save it for November and December, man.
Well, yeah, I brought it up.
stuff.
I brought it up because somebody is Kingpin a bowling movie or Big Lebowski. Anyway, point well taken, sir. I apologize, and I'll try my best not to let it happen again. What else can we do for you?
Yeah. Not much, man. It's still the off season, but Miami fans, where you at? Yeah. Look, I know, and again, I brought this up a few times. 2 games I'm excited for week 1, Georgia and Clemson and Bama, Miami. Now, I'm not going to talk too much crap this off season because, you talk, if you hype your team up, you hype a game up or whatever, and you just keep talking smack, eventually you're going to get kicked square in the mouth. But
facts.
I got no disrespect for Miami fans, but let's be real. There are Miami fans out there that want to hype up Miami. And I don't blame them. Look, Miami's not a dead program or anything. Manny Diaz is a good coach, but there are some fans out there that hype up Miami and make them better than they actually are. Right? Oh, this is our year, we're going to beat Clemson or whoever, and we're going to go to the playoffs. Stop. Just don't do that this year. You got Bama week 1. They should be shaking in their shoes right now, crapping their pants, and hiding with their mamas, knowing what's coming week 1. I'm telling you that right now. What are your thoughts, Lou?
In my opinion, there's no downside for Miami fans spending all offseason trash talking Alabama because nobody expects Miami to win that game outside of the Miami fan base. So if Slim Shady or any other Miami fan spends all offseason talking about how we're going to beat Alabama and blah blah blah, and they don't, well, no one thought they would anyway. But if you spend all offseason as a Miami fan trash talking Alabama, and for somehow Miami comes out and wins, they're that's God level. You know. Now, if a Miami fan hides in the background for the next 8 months, not saying a word, not that they can't come out and celebrate. But see that I mean I learned this a long time ago on this channel because I say it all the time. Georgia could be playing the 1985 Chicago Bears. I would make a hype and hate video on Friday explaining how the Bears have no chance. You know, Georgia's going to destroy it, the whole thing. Now, I believe it or not, I'm not an idiot. And if like even last year, I picked us to lose to Alabama. Like I'm not, you know, I'm not a total idiot. In the off season, when the week of the game comes around, I'm not doing, I'm not, no, it's not happening. So it's a lot sweeter. It's a lot sweeter to celebrate a win when you have the ability to tell people I told you so. Now it can backfire. Yeah, it can backfire because the louder you are, the more attention you're going to attract. And then if you do lose, you just have to know what's coming. And I've been on both sides of that equation plenty of times. You know, the 2017 SEC championship game and that first playoff game, nobody picked Georgia to win those games. Nobody. Auburn had beat us by 3 scores 3 weeks before that. Yeah. You know? And it's easy to look back now and go, well, Auburn had the injuries. And that's true. They did. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Auburn was a better team 3 weeks before. But that ain't how it works. You have to play with the team that's available the day the game is scheduled. You can't play with the team you had 3 weeks ago. So, but anyway, so that was, I thought, we're going to win. And we won. And the same thing with Oklahoma. And the Oklahoma especially, because that was a 3-week window. You know. Yeah. And that's really the longest time between a big game that I've had to trash talk until the Tater Man. And I've got plenty in store for the Tater Man this offseason. Georgia will probably be, I think Georgia will be an underdog in that game. Not a huge underdog, but I think Clemson will be favored by somewhere between 4 and 6 points. I do. I think they will. Clemson could win the game. So I could spend all offseason just going, you know what? Clemson's a great team to make the playoffs every year. The DJ UNCLELOU, this is his first year as the starter, but he started 2 games last year and threw for average 400 yards a game. We ain't got no secondary. He's going to light Georgia up. I think Georgia's a great team, but we're just not going to win. I can say that all offseason. Yeah. But then what if Georgia wins? Oh, yeah, for sure. Now, I would still be happy if Georgia won the game, but how much happier would I be, Ballard, after I spend the next 8 months explaining to the Tater Man that they're fixing to get their doo-doo pushed in front of God and everybody else? How much happier will I be then? See? So that's how I look at it. So I don't think there's a downside for the Miami Man. The Miami Man should spend all offseason saying they're going to beat Alabama because, God forbid, they do. Can you imagine Slim Shady showing up with the "I told you so" Ballard? It'll be great. It'll be great.
And could you imagine? And nobody. It's not like I'm hearing from Miami fans, "Oh, we're ready and we want Bama." I'm also not hearing anything like we're scared. I'm not really hearing much at all. But at the same time, it's like, it's just. Don't sit there and kind of like what you were saying. Don't sit there, hype yourselves up, being the underdogs and everything, and then all of a sudden come game time and crap the bed. I like to think back, and I know Clemson's a great program, but you remember that 44-16 game. Bama was the favorite, all year long with Tua, and everyone said that this Bama team was unbeatable, unstoppable, and if they were Clemson could win it close. If they're not going to blow them out, Bama's going to put some points up. They got shut out the second half because they had Tua at quarterback.
Well, first of all, let's not compare Clemson and Miami. That's kind of insane. I mean, people did expect Alabama to win that game, but not because Clemson was terrible. People just expected Alabama to win because they thought they were the better team, but everyone knew Clemson was a great team. You don't make it to that point without being a great team. So let's not compare Miami. Let's not do that. But I mean, listen, if I'm a Miami fan and I'm trying to be optimistic without trash talking, we have an experienced quarterback, second year in the system. Alabama don't, and I don't know who's catching the ball. Now, I know about the recruiting. I know that, I get it, but still, how many passes did Bryce Young complete in the first half of games last year? Do you know?
He wasn't in the first half of games last year.
So 0?
He didn't start.
That's my point. I know he played. I didn't know if he played in the first half or not. I knew if he did, it wasn't much though. But so, and second half experience is valuable. It is worth something. But but Bryce Young being in the game in the second half against Vandy is not the same as Bryce Young having to go to bed Friday night knowing that he's the starting quarterback for Alabama the next day against Miami. That's just not the same. So we'll see how he reacts to that. And if I'm a Miami fan, I'm going, hey, maybe the pressure gets to him and he craps to bed and commits a few turnovers and we can get lucky. That's what I'm thinking if I'm a Miami fan.
Right.
So we'll see.
Right.
Anyway, Ballard, I got to run, buddy.
And
phone lines are backed up and it's getting late. Thank you for the call, though. It was good to hear from you. Moving right along, and also in addition to that as well. Good morning. You're on with Uncle Lou.
Lou, sir, how are you?
Slim Shady. Oh, my God. Man, I was just talking about you, sir. I'm sure you heard it. Now, you didn't need to hear that from me, though. You're already on that train. Are you not, sir?
Well, Miami may lose the game. I'll admit there's a possibility it happens. But if the best competition I have all off season is that bonehead that just called in, I've won the war.
That's what I was about to say. Miami might lose the game, but your attitude has to be, I'm not losing the trash talk war. Yeah, that's what you have to. That's how you have to be, no doubt.
And I agree with you. I mean, really, it's a win-win for me because even if they lose the game, okay, they're probably supposed to.
Speaking of supposed to, are you supposed to come in 5th at the Slob Olympics?
Well, not if the rumors I told you about this morning are to be believed.
Well, according to this, according to these odds I'm looking at here, you're coming in 5th. I don't know what's going on.
Bronze medal minimum, sir.
All right. Well, that's fine. I'm finishing 4th. So if you want to finish 3rd, that's fine with me. You just can't have. I'm 4th place. So, but if you want to finish 3rd, that's fine.
You can have it. I will not take it from you at all. You are welcome to it.
I'm 4th. Yeah.
Now, I was watching your and Pete's show today from last night, and an idea struck me.
Uh-oh.
You were thinking about a tiebreaker just in case there's a tie for first place.
Yeah.
And I kind of said this jokingly to D4 in a stream a few days ago, and he thought it was funny. So we'll get your opinion on it. Just in case there's a tie for first place, what we can do is we can have the two participants write a number down on a piece of paper. Now, what you're going to be guessing, I don't know if you've ever seen the picture floating around or not, but what you're going to be guessing at is the total number of skin tags on Cheshaw's neck.
Oh, now who has to count that, though?
Ooh, I don't know.
Because I'm not doing it. Guess what I ordered?
I'm going to take my name out of that hat.
Yeah, I don't know if I like that idea very much. I don't know if I want to be counting those things. Guess what I ordered today, though?
What would that be?
I ordered a 550-pound scale. Most scales that you buy, like at Walmart, only go up to like $350 or something. And something tells me that ain't enough. So I had to go on Amazon and search for heavy duty extra weight scale or whatever. And the biggest one I could find, or the one that would weigh the most amount, was I found a scale that'll go up to 550 pounds. My question to you is this: is that enough?
I'll bring my scale too. We can add them up.
Yeah, I was thinking about bringing 2 scales and having some people put 1 foot on each scale.
I mean, good thing you didn't get one of those talking ones.
It might cuss somebody out. Or it might just
sure
start screaming.
Know what it would say.
Somebody could stand on there and it might just start screaming. Ah! Oh boy, it's gonna be fun. I can't wait.
Oh, I'm looking forward to getting out of town for a couple days, especially now. Believe it or not, though, I think I showed up a little early because I'm already there.
Oh, you're in Atlanta now?
Well, sort of.
For work,
I'm in
I
Doraville.
guess. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I see what you're doing.
Once again,
you're
thank
trying to familiarize yourself with the territory. This is the same strategy that a team will use when they, if they have a bowl game and they fly out a week early. Let their team get familiar with the surroundings. I see what you're doing.
Get a lay of the land. See what's to be expected.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, thank you to Georgia Tech and all of your graduates.
Right.
Ugh. But no, I like I said, I listened to y'all's show yesterday and come up with that suggestion for a tiebreaker. Now we can draw straws when we're there to see who has to do it, but to me, that's the fairest way. If you end up with a tie, is just take a guess.
Oh my God, that's the Slob Olympics version of guess how many jelly beans are in this jar. Remember that when they do a fundraiser at school and they'd put a jar of jelly beans out somewhere, and for $1 you could guess how many was in there.
And like I said, we can draw straws to see who comes up with the shortest straw, who has to be the person to count them.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Oh, we going that works.
Yeah.
All right, boss. Well, I'll let you get on to some other calls.
All right, Slim. Be safe on the road, buddy. We'll see you in a week and a half.
Yes, sir. Y'all be.
All right. Slim Shady Canes checking in. Currently 5th place on the odds to win the Slob Olympics. I've heard from a couple of Slob Olympians. Today, which is great. Gator Zone, good to see you in here tonight, sir. Thank you for the super chat. He says $30 says Lou throws an interception in the QB skills competition. If it was the NCAA 14 on the Xbox 360, that would be a sure bet, sir. I am the interception king on NCAA 14. I throw interceptions on there like it's my job. You'd think I changed my name to Jarrett Garandudu. I throw so many interceptions on that game. You ain't lying about that, sir. You are not lying. Good morning. You're on with Uncle Lou.
Uncle Lou, hey, it's Coy, buddy.
Hey, Coy, what's up?
Hey, for the Tennessee fans who are claiming that General Nealon never lost to Barrett Bryant, newsflash, Vince Dooley never lost to Urban Meyer.
That's true. I just Googled that, and you're right. You're right. So, yeah. Amazing, right?
Yeah, it shoots down that whole argument there. By the way, did Ballard go to the Pinecone School of Trash Talking?
Yes. Yes, they're the only 2 graduates.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Hey, I may fall on my face on this, but your music to lead into the show, and then I had no plans on calling in, by the way, but then your comment about you heard all that stuff in the skating rink, and what was you're slightly behind me in age, so what year would that have been?
Well, going all the way back to the mid to late 80s, the elementary school that I went to had a skating ring night once a month where if you were a student at that school, you could go to the skating rink for $1 or something like that. So this goes all the way back for me to 86, 87, 88.
Okay, so we're in the same neighborhood. I don't know if you picked up on this as you got a little bit older, as that stuff was going on when, I don't know, Beastie Boys and Run DMC were playing out there when the guys had some little crossover moves on their skates.
Oh, yeah.
Inevitably, we had the big schools inside of Gainesville here, and then we had the little country schools outside of Gainesville. And what would happen was there was always the white stud QB on one of the outside schools who practiced his little skating moves. And I don't know, maybe the newest Sir Mix-a-Lot song came on and the music got a little bit too good for him, and he would try something new and fall on his face. And there was always, and by the way, this guy had the Maui Jim T-shirt with the sleeves rolled up, the gold chain out front. Yeah, and the jean shorts kind of rolled up, which is, we'll leave that alone. That may be strictly a Florida thing, by the way.
Yeah.
But the brothers who were sitting off to the side had been waiting on seeing this for 3 hours. They knew it was going to happen. And then there was my group of the white kids who also knew it, but we weren't quite exactly waiting for it quite as hard.
Right.
But every time some new song, he had his little harem of girls who were watching him, over up to the side over there. And they saw it too. And they were waiting on pins and needles for this to happen. And every single Friday or Saturday night, it would play out. And the place would erupt. And of course, the kid would go home, he's all blushed, gets in his daddy's little Volkswagen, takes off pissed off. But yeah, the same thing played out every weekend, and we would go just to watch that. So maybe that's me being a total prick, but when you play those songs and you mention the skating rink, that's exactly what I remember. I was waiting on that to happen. And it was absolutely priceless.
I took my kid. Well, I've taken my kids to the skating rink a bunch of times, but there's an old video on this channel somewhere where I take my kids to the skating rink one day, and there was a guy that looked like he went to sleep in 1985 and woke up that morning and went straight to the skating rink. And he was a grown man. I mean, he was in his 40s, and he was out there. And the skating rink, they still play all those old songs. If you go, you'll still hear them all, at least here. And he was out there with the shuffling his feet back and forth, and the whole, it's a bunch of 4 and 5-year-olds out here at a birthday party at the skating rink. And then this 45-year-old man, and he's whizzing around the thing with the back and forth and the headband on. And I wish I could find that old video because I recorded it. I was like, y'all got to see this guy. I recorded it, and it's on one of my old videos somewhere.
The guy never gave it up, man.
No,
he's still hanging on to it.
Yeah, I was talking about the people bringing their own bowling ball, but he's the type of guy that shows up with his own skates. They're tied together and thrown over his shoulder. He gets out of an IROC Z or something in the parking lot and throws his skates over his shoulder and walks in with a headband on. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I had no intention of calling, but when you mentioned skating rink after I heard all those old songs, and my mind took me back to that skating rink here in Gainesville, Florida. And I was like, oh my God, I got to call him and see if he experienced the same thing I did back in 88, 89, maybe.
Oh yeah. Music will do that to you too. You hear a song, you can close your eyes and you can see right where you were when you used to listen to that song. It doesn't matter if it was last year or 20 years ago. Music has a way of bringing you back like that. Hey, Corey, thank you for the call, buddy. I appreciate that. It was good to hear from you again. Does anybody in the comment section, has anyone in the comment section ever seen that video where I was at the skating rink and know what the name of it is? Or can, I would love to find that. I can't, I'd probably never be able to find it now. Good morning. You're on with Uncle Lou, though. Okay, great. Have a great day. Good morning. You're on with Uncle Lou.
Hey, Uncle Lou. Peach is here. Just calling. You got to make me feel a little better, man. I was just looking at the roster, and it looks like Georgia, we don't have any senior talent in defensive back at all. Is that true?
Yes, we lost our top 3 corners. We do have Lewis Seen coming back, who is really good and a ton of experience. But outside of him, it's going to be a very inexperienced secondary.
Now, do you know any of the because I know you pay way more attention to recruiting than I do. I know last recruiting class we ranked very highly without even having a lot of offensive players on their recruiting class, which was amazing in itself. But did we get any highly recruited or highly starred players in that position?
Yeah, Keely Ringo seems to be the one that most people are talking about. He was actually a freshman last year, but he was injured before the season and didn't play at all last year. And he seems to be the one that people are the highest on. I actually read an article somewhere the other day where they were, it was one of these articles like 5 questions that Georgia needs to answer during spring practice type of deals. And one of them was talking about the defensive back situation, particularly the corners. And they mentioned 4 or 5 different corners competing for the 2 or 3 spots, depending on which defense we're in, a nickel or whatever the case. And they said Keely Ringo is probably guaranteed to start at one of the corner spots, and the other spot is kind of up for grabs between 2 or 3 guys. But I mean, like you said, we've recruited well, so all the guys have potential. But until you see them do it, it's it's hard to be overly confident about it, especially considering we play Clemson week 1, and they're going to come out ready. They're going to test that secondary, period. I mean, I don't think Clemson will run the ball against us very well, but they're going to test that secondary, and they've got a quarterback that can sling it, and they've got plenty of wide receivers, so it's going to be a test early for that Georgia secondary.
Yeah, I completely agree. I was listening to someone talk about it today, and I agree. They're going to be throwing the ball downfield, and because they know. But our defensive line is awesome, so hopefully we can stir up some trouble for them. Also, another question for you: did you see all that Oklahoma? All the players are getting off the portal.
Yeah, I got a bunch.
Have you paid attention at all?
Yeah. They got.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So would you put them in top 4?
Oh, I think Oklahoma, without the transfer portal, I would have had Oklahoma in the top 4. I mean, they get almost everybody back. Their defense was the best it's been in a long time last year. And all the mistakes that Spencer Rattler made, most of them happened in the first 2 or 3 games of the season when he'd never played before. Their 2 losses happened in their first 3 games. They were on a roll after that. At the end of the season, I think Oklahoma was one of the 4 best teams. That's not how the playoffs work. They blew their chances by losing 2 games early on, but I think Oklahoma was a really good team at the end of the year last year, and I think they'll be really good again this year. I think this year they'll make it back into the playoffs, and maybe depending on a matchup, obviously. I think this will be the year they have the best chance to win a playoff game. They've yet to win one. Yeah, can't pick them to win it right now. I got to wait and see what they're playing, but the defense is going to be so much better than what it was the last time they made the playoffs. I think they'll have a good shot at making it to the championship game this year. I think it'll be a really good team.
Yeah, I would agree. It reminds me of a lot of 2017 Oklahoma. That's just powerful offense. But like you said, I remember, was it 2 years ago? You said, maybe it was last year, I will not put Oklahoma in my top 10 until they get above, what was it? 100 or 50th?
Yeah, 50th in total defense.
Something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And last year, they were scaring me last year. I was like, oh my gosh, they're really, and I was hoping so much Iowa State could just pull it out, man. Those boys up there, man, they don't get the respect they deserve.
Right.
And I'd love to see that. So, well, listen, man, I appreciate your time. I'll let you get to another caller.
Yeah, thanks for taking the time to call in. It was good to hear from you. We'll talk to you again soon, I'm sure. See who's up next here. Yep, good morning, but you're on with Uncle Lou, though.
What's up, Lou? It's UJ Dog calling. How you doing, sir?
Hey, bud, I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. I have a question for you.
What's that?
Who the hell is Pinecone?
Who the hell is Pinecone? That's a good question.
Who the hell is Pinecone?
Unfortunately, Pinecone is dead to me. He owes me an apology, and until I get it, I don't have any. I've always liked Pinecone, but he knows what he did, and he owes Uncle Lou an apology.
I got one more thing to say to you.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed that little Camel Toes clip I played on last week about this is my house.
Oh, that was you? Yeah, that was great. That was great. Yeah. His wife put him in his place in front of everybody. That was all. Yeah, that was great. That was great.
All right, Lou, I'm going to let you get some callers, buddy.
All right, buddy. Thanks for calling in. Good to hear from you.
All right.
No. No. Thanks for waiting on hold, but no. Day. That one didn't even get on the air. Man, you never even got clicked on. You never even got clicked over. God, you're the dumbest one yet. Not the one that y'all heard call in about there was someone else on hold who didn't quite make it on, unfortunately. Man, that's sad. Right now he's calling back in and not making the same mistake he did last time. Let's see. See how long it takes him. I'm looking for that video. I'll never find it. There's just way too many videos on here. Most of them are unwatchable, but you already know that. I would love to be able to find that video that I took at the skating rink that time, though. I don't know. Yeah, I'll never find it. I might as well stop looking. I'll never find it. Stephen Smith, thank you again for the super chat, sir. He says, do you think Iowa State's making the playoffs is all hype, or do you think they have an outside shot of making the playoffs? I think it's all hype. And I think Iowa State's a great team. I did my preseason poll last week, my first 2021 preseason poll. I had Iowa State in my top 10. So I do think they're a good team. Hell, they were a good team last year, and they get everybody back. I think they get 18 or 19 starters back. They're going to be really good again. I just think Oklahoma is so good. I don't think, you know what Iowa State needed? Iowa State needed this year's team coming up last year. All that experience coming back, that's what they needed. They're 1 year late. Now Oklahoma, I think, is just too good. And I can't see a situation where the Big 12 gets two teams in. And so I can see Iowa State finishing in the top 10 again. I can see Iowa State making a New Year's Six Bowl. But I can't predict them to go to the playoffs right now. I know they have owned Oklahoma. They beat them and given them all kinds of trouble the last few years. I just think over the course of this 12-game season, even if Iowa State gets into that Big 12 title game, I think they would lose to Oklahoma. So, and that's not a knock on Iowa State because, like I said, I wouldn't have put them in my top 10 if I didn't think they were going to be a great team next year. So I do think they're going to be a great team next year. I'm just higher. I happen to be higher on Oklahoma heading into 2021 than I've ever been on Oklahoma since I started this channel. I think they're going to be really, really good. So I have to say hype. All hype at this point. Them being really, really good, though, not hype. They will be really, really good. I wouldn't be surprised if they beat Oklahoma in the regular season. Oklahoma has a history of losing to them. And if they don't, they lose to somebody else. But and maybe Iowa State gets a rematch in the Big 12 title game. But Oklahoma's proven lately that they're pretty close to unbeatable in those Big 12 title games. How many years in a row have they won the Big 12? A lot. So I can't agree with that right now. But they are going to be really, really good. That's in no way meant to be a shot at Iowa State. Good morning, y'all. With Uncle Lou.
From one Big 12 fan to another. This is a Baylor fan.
Oh, that's great! Congratulations on a relevant basketball team. Great basketball team.
They didn't look like it tonight. Golly.
They pulled it out though, didn't they?
They were scaring me.
Yeah.
Yeah, by 5 points to a team that has won 2 games and no Big 12 wins. It kind of reminds me of a few years ago when I know this is a football reference, but when UGA played, who was it? Nicholls State? Didn't they barely beat them one time?
Oh yeah.
Recently.
Yeah, I was at that game, sorta. I had tickets to it.
Oh, really?
I had tickets to it, and I was in Athens, but that's about as far as I got, unfortunately. Yeah, that was the last
Yeah,
day.
I
That was
feel
the last.
that.
That was the last day Uncle Lou drank. So so I never made it into the stadium, unfortunately. So yeah,
I understand.
terrible
that.
game. Yeah.
But yeah, I completely agree with your assessment of Oklahoma. Unfortunately, I mean they have a lot of guys back, and I don't know. It's just their stock's going like through the roof.
Yeah. I mean, there does seem to be, or it tends to happen that there's that one team every year in the Big 12 that not a lot of people are talking about, and then they end up being really good. You know, Iowa State this year. It's been Baylor before. It's been TCU. It's been West Virginia. So there's always that possibility that somebody kind of who you're not really thinking about, and you know, maybe that's Baylor. I don't know, but like I think everybody has Oklahoma and Iowa State in their top 10. Those are the two favorites heading into the season.
Yeah.
Now, the favorites don't always
would agree
make
with
it,
that.
but that's, you know, most people are going to have Oklahoma in the top 5, and most people are going to have Iowa State somewhere between 6 and 10 probably.
Yeah. I mean, Iowa State, I mean, they still got Brees Hall back. I think Purdy's coming back.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got all kinds of talent coming back, and them and Kansas State, for whatever reason, always seems to give Oklahoma fits.
Yes, they
And
do.
it doesn't matter how good they are. It's just, I don't know. And it doesn't matter how bad like teams like Kansas State are.
Yeah.
It just seems like every year. And then, of course, OU comes here to Waco later this year, but I don't think that's really going to well, I think with a better quarterback, Baylor might have some sort of chance at finishing better now that Brewer's gone. Again, poor Utah. I really feel for them.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, but yeah. So I'm excited about Thursday and for the championship.
Oh, it's going to be great. Yeah, that's going to be great. It'll be a good one. We'll do the phone calls from 10 to 11, and then we'll stream the game after that. So yeah, that'll be fun.
Oh, yeah. What's the spread right now?
I don't know. We haven't decided yet. Let's see. You got Vandy against the Fruit, right?
Candy and Fruit.
Yeah, I would probably put Syracuse as the favorite to win the game.
Yeah, probably about 5 or 6.
Yeah,
maybe.
just under a touchdown sounds about right to me. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But yeah, hope you're well. I'm sure I'll talk to you some other time.
Yeah, thanks for calling in.
Callers.
Good to hear from you. Good luck to
Yes,
Baylor, and Baylor still has one of the top 5 nicest campuses, at least stadium areas in all of college football. And no one can take that away from you, no matter how bad your football team might be. Good morning. You're on with Uncle Lou.
Hello, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great.
Yeah, that's nice. LSU fan here. My name's Daily JT with short. It's going into the season. I just want to say, yeah, fuck you, Tucker.
Good morning, you're on with Uncle Lou. Okay. Oh, man. God bless him. God bless him. Jared Addison, thank you for hitting that super chat, sir. He says, I love this show. What, man? Thank you. I love doing this show. So the fact that you love watching it, that works out great. He says, sports, culture, current events, nonsense, lose patience. What patience? I don't have any patience. Go Tigers, he says. Thank you for supporting the show tonight, Jared. I appreciate that. Good to see you in here. Yeah, what patience? That's like at the beginning of that video yesterday, list of things that irritate me. I was like, you know, I'm a calm, rational human being who never gets upset or bothered and just lets things roll off my back. How many people believe that? Not very many. Not very many who've ever watched this channel for any amount of time. I can say that with just about absolute certainty. Absolute certainty. Anyway, nobody else on the hold, so that's going to be it for the phone calls. And I'm going to wrap it up. Had a late one last night, and we'll have a late one again Thursday with the championship round of the worst playoffs coming up at after the call-in show. So we'll do the call-ins from 10 to 11 or so, and then we'll fire up the Xbox and run the championship game of the worst playoffs, which, of course, Syracuse versus Vandy, and the loser will be crowned the worst team in the Power 5 for 2020. We do this every year in February here on the channel. In March, we'll have the disappointment playoffs coming up where we'll pick 4 of the most disappointing teams in all of the Power 5 last season. We'll play them off to a winner, too, or a loser, depending on how you look at it. Huge shout-out to those of you who tuned in tonight. You guys were extremely generous today, and it really means a lot to me. So thank you to Ben Easterling, Bama Banker, Dylan Deloney, where are we at? Felix Phillips, B Sharp. You know what? I think I missed this one. B Sharp, I apologize. It says, what do you think about Notre Dame opting out of the new college football game? I understand their reasons for doing it. I'm not saying I agree, but I understand what they're saying. If you don't know the story, Notre Dame has told EA Sports that they can't use Notre Dame in the game at all in any way until and unless it becomes legal for Notre Dame's football players to be compensated in some way. So we'll see how this all works itself out. I think we're going to see a lot of changes over the next year and a half when it comes to this name, image, and likeness thing and the ability for players to be compensated some sort of way. I think we'll see a lot of changes. The EA Sports video game is still, in my opinion, a year and a half away from coming out. I don't think it's going to come out until summer of 2022. So we'll see how this all ends up playing out. But yeah, as of right now, Notre Dame says to EA Sports, you can't use us in the game. Thank you for supporting the show tonight, sir. And I'm sorry I missed that earlier, Mr. Sharp. Slim Shady, shout out to you, sir. Mountaineer Mike, Bacon Ninjet, Slim Shady Canes, Kevin Dog, fan for life. Thank you, sir. Stephen Smith, Jared Addison, Gators Owned. Thank you all so much for supporting the show. Ben Easterling and Bama Banker. You guys really outdid yourselves tonight, too. Extremely generous. I don't know what it is about me or this show that urged you to do that, but I sure do appreciate it. Appreciate all of you tuning in. Hit the thumbs up if you haven't already. Hit the thumbs up on your way out the door. That's a great way to support the show, the channel, me, and what I'm trying to do and build here. And it doesn't cost you anything, and it doesn't take any time. Just hit that thumbs up on these live streams when you tune in. If you haven't done it yet, hit it now on your way out. I had a good time tonight. Thanks to everybody that called in. Tomorrow's Wednesday, so no live shows tomorrow, but I will have a video uploaded for you. And then I'll be back with the live shows on Thursday. Here's the schedule again real quick for those of you that might not be familiar with it. But I do the morning show Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday at 8 a.m. I do this show, the call-in show, every Tuesday and Thursday night at 10 p.m. And I have the Lunch Money Show with Pigskin Pete that I do every Monday night at 10 p.m. On the bottom down there where it says College Game Day, Saturday at 9 a.m., that's just during the season. So I don't do the Saturday morning show from January through August. We start that up when the season starts. So there you go. That's the schedule. So I'll be back live Thursday morning, 8 a.m. I have a video uploaded for you tomorrow. Again, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for supporting the show. You all mean the world to me. I love you all. Have a good morning, too. Type. Music time, though?
Grill's the heart of the kitchen.
Hush. Hush. Speak when spoken to. Come on. Come on. There you go. Oh. Uncle Lou's playing all the hits today. Oh, to that one caller that called in, I would like to say, Domo arigato, Mr. Potato.
Makes all those agonizing days of teaching ozone everything I know. That's
I don't want to stay here all night, do you?
Award winners don't push brooms.
Oh yeah? Why don't you go out and sweep, man? Who do you think you are anyway, Fred Astaire?
Who?
Just go on and sweep, knucklehead.
beat goes on, and the beat goes on, and the beat goes on, and the beat goes on. Just get on down. Bam, bam, just getting so funky.